Anubhavji is the first person from his party to speak on this. So 15 minutes allocated to you. Please.
Ma'am, the state government of Odisha recognizes that socio-economic development is the key to a developed future. Currently, the state's annual revenue contribution to railways is in excess of rupees 15,000 crores, but the railway route length in entire Odisha is only around 2,500 kilometers, ma'am, with a rail density of about 16.00 apropos to national average of more than 20. The current rail infrastructure in the state is grossly inadequate to handle the projected growth and aspirations of the state, ma'am. Ma'am, it is noteworthy that despite lower revenue contributions, some of the adjacent states to Odisha, I don't want to complain against any state, but still I'm talking about Odisha here, ma'am, such as states such as West Bengal and Jharkhand have much higher rail density, 43.4 and 24.3 respectively. Since India's independence, only 5 major BG rail links have been fully commissioned in the state, namely Cuttack Paradip, 83 kilometers, Talcher Sambalpur, 174 kilometers, Koraput Rayagada, 164 kilometers, Daitari Bansapani, 155 kilometers, and Lanjigar Road, Junagadh, 56 kilometers. It is unfortunate that 6 districts in the state are devoid of any form of rail links even today, ma'am. Through you, I would urge upon the minister to kindly look into this matter, क्योंकि मैम जब हम ओडिशा की बात करते हैं तो सच में दिल गर्व से बोलने के लिए निकल आता है, आवाज निकलती है कि जब पूरे देश में कोई चीज को लेकर भी, किसी चीज को भी लेकर तनाव चला रहता है या कुछ भी होता है, बट वी आर फ्रॉम सच अ प्लेस, सच अ रीजन फ्रॉम द नेशन जहां पे हमेशा शांति बनी रहती है, हर धर्म, हर कम्युनिटी के लोग एक साथ रहते हैं, और ये पहचान है ओडिशा की बहुत सालों से, शुरू से, और नवीन बाबू के लीडरशिप में ये और भी सुधर निखर कर बाहर आ चुका है. रिसेंट एग्जांपल्स आर देयर, जब पूरा देश में सीए को लेकर या एनआरसी को लेकर जो शोर शराबे चल रहे थे, उस टाइम पे हमारे राज्य में सभी धर्म के लोग इकट्ठे इसके लिए खड़े हो रहे थे और आवाज कर रहे थे, और सब एक दूसरे के बारे में सोच रहे थे कि कोई भी ऐसी चीज ना लागू हो जिससे किसी भी कौम पर, किसी भी लोगों पर, किसी भी सेक्टर के कम्युनिटी के लोगों को कोई भी हार्म पहुंचे. सो मैम, in order to support the rapid growth and development, the state has decided to ensure rail connectivity to all the districts in the state and has set it as a priority area. The state's rail infrastructure augmentation roadmap is multifaceted, and in order to promote the rail-based projects across the state, numerous steps have been taken by the state government. And the state government has been instrumental in filling the viability gaps by incorporating certain strategic state-level policies and assist in addressing the delay in progress of sanctioned projects in the state, ma'am. I would just mention them, such as exemption of registration fees and stamp duty of government land for all railway projects in India, exemption of premium in permissive possession cases of government land in respect of Nadi, rivers, canals, Danda, Mahara, Nala, etc., category for construction of ongoing railway projects under East Coast Railway, Ministry of Railway in the state of Odisha. Ma'am, the third point is project-specific proactive assistance in the form of free subsidized land for new line projects, investigate to provide connectivity to unconnected areas of the state, financial contribution in terms of sharing construction costs. Further, the state has been decisive in certain important ventures with applicable stakeholders with the intent to augment promotion of tourism, industrial growth and socio-economic development across the state. The key aspects are, ma'am, partnership-oriented rail infrastructure development. Ma'am, under this, we have direct partnership of state for new lines through MOU with the central government, Ministry of Railways. The one is Khorda Road, Balangir. Ma'am, this project of 289 km long was sanctioned in the year 1994-95. Government of Odisha has signed MOU with Ministry of Railways to provide land at its own cost, free land, ma'am, and 50% of the construction cost for the leg between 112 to 289 kilometers. Currently, 16-kilometer section from Balangir and up to Bichupalli, Baisipalli has been commissioned in addition to the kilometers 0 to 76 up to Mahipur from Khorda Road, and which sums up to completion of 92 kilometers of the project. The ministry is requested through you, madam, to expedite the work for quick completion of the works as per target. Ma'am, Jaipur Malkangiri and Jaipur Nabarangpur connection. To ensure rail connectivity to these districts, the state government has agreed to bear 50% Jaipur Nabarangpur and 25% Jaipur Malkangiri of the construction cost of the rail links, and is also bearing full cost of the land for the Jaipur Nabarangpur project. And ma'am, even though MOU was signed in 10/10/2016, the projects were included in railway budget of financial year 16-17. Only Nabarangpur project has been formally sanctioned, and Malkangiri is pending with railways for approval. Ma'am, extension of Nuapada Gunupur new BG line up to Therivalli. Though this project was sanctioned in the Union Budget 2017 and 18, the state government was approached for financial participation in commencement of the project. Government of Odisha has already acknowledged to provide all land free of cost for the extension of Nuapada Gunupur new BG line up to Therivalli, 79.15 kilometers. That is, hence the Ministry of Railways is requested to allocate a decent amount and put up the project for necessary clearance by the CCEA for furtherance of the projects. Ma'am, Puri Konark is facing the same problem. Puri entices millions of pilgrims on regular basis who visit the temple of Lord Jagannath, and especially during the Holy Car Festival. Ma'am, people and devotees from all over the world come there to Puri during Rath Yatra, and round the year it goes on. The famous Sun Temple is located at Konark. This monument is a World Heritage Site and is visited by millions of tourists every year. This link will facilitate tourists and pilgrims to visit the last leg of the Golden Triangle. State government has given an offer to share 50% of the construction cost as well as 50% of the land cost of the project. Approval of Ministry of Railways is again awaited, ma'am. Ma'am, now I will come to my own constituency, parliamentary constituency, Kendrapada, Hardaspur Paradip line. Through via Kendrapada, I have repeatedly met with Honorable Minister in his office here in the Parliament. Personally also, I have been in touch with his ministry, and I'm so much thankful to him that at least in the last 1.5 years or 2 years maybe, the project has taken a different level of speed. But till now, the railway line has not been commissioned, and people of Kendrapada, since independence of India, have not got the facilities of railways. Neither freight cars nor passenger trains, nothing has ever started there. Alternate line between Paradip Port and Hardaspur, sanctioned by railways in the year 1996 and 97, was languishing for want of adequate fund, SPV, created, in which Government of Odisha has now got 25.44% equity, which is around 200.87 crores rupees, directly, and a total of in excess of 37% equity along with other PSUs of the Government of Odisha. This line is connecting the Hateto unconnected and underdevelopment Kendrapada district to the railway map of Odisha. Unfortunately, even after a decade of sanctioning of this project, it is yet to get commissioned due to poor execution by RVNL, a fully owned subsidiary of Indian Railway. Ma'am, I was assured by Honorable Minister several times in last year only, 2019, when I had met him and requested him to expedite the work. Honorable Minister was kind enough to assure me that, and along his people of office bearers, that by February 2020 the lines will get commissioned and the people will get the benefit of railways. But till now it has not been commissioned, and the state government of Odisha has finished all its job. So now the central government cannot say that a lot of work has still been pending with the state government. I please request through you, ma'am, to kindly request Honorable Minister to do this as early as possible. The same with Anugul, Dubri, Sukinda. Ma'am, I'll fasten my speech. I know there's very limited time. Ma'am, Odisha Rail Infrastructure Development Limited, Odisha Specific JV, Odisha Rail Infrastructure Development is a JV company formed on date 23/3/2017 between GOO and MOR with an authorized capital of rupees 100 crore and initial paid-up capital of rupees 51 crore with a shareholding ratio of 51% GOO and 49% MOR with mandate for development of rail infrastructure for critical connectivity, capacity enhancement in the state of Odisha, pending equity contribution by the Ministry of Railways amounting to rupees 14 crore, which was obtained during March 2019. So, ma'am, the ORIDL had identified the following 4 projects for undertaking the traffic study and financial appraisal, which were Brahmapur, Phulbani, Sambalpur New Line, Rajatgarh, Kaipada Road bypassing Bhubaneswar, Bargarh Road, Nuapada, Banspani, Barbil. Ma'am, I believe the ministry will also look into these matters as early as possible. Ma'am, proposal on budgetary allotment of funds. Ma'am, state's GDP growth rate and investment of present as well as potential growth is one of the reasons why we are asking for this. Existing route length in the state for 1,000 square kilometers. Ma'am, Government of Odisha would like to reiterate its request to expand the criteria for allotment and assign due weightage to the following. I'm sorry, I want to say this first, and now these points. Existing route length in the state for 1,000 square kilometers, contribution of revenue from the state to the exchequer of railways, the mineral wealth and mining growth and requirement of core industries like steel power and ports, etc., growth of passenger sector for railways, national growth and specific consideration to urbanization such as smart city project, etc. Ma'am, as a large and fast-growing state with rising aspirations, Odisha has certain specific proposals and suggestions towards allotment of projects and funds in the ensuing budget, as well as take decisive measures to ensure its expenditure in time-bound manner by all executing agencies of Indian Railways. Ma'am, while finishing my speech, I would say about multimodal logistics parks. Ma'am, 2-3 important points, and I'll finish my words. Ma'am, time is right for Indian Railways to develop mega multimodal logistic parks near the important industrial clusters like Kalinganagar, Anugul, Rourkela, Chodwar, as well as port locations such as Dhamra, Gopalpur and Paradip. Odisha government requests Ministry of Railways to make adequate provision for the aforesaid 7 locations in the ensuing budget. Suburban train services from Baleswar, Katak, Bhubaneswar, Bhubaneswar, Khordha Road, Puri, Bhubaneswar, Khordha Road, Brahmapur, Bhubaneswar, Dhenkanal, Anugul, Talcher, Katak, Paradip, Bhubaneswar, Katak, Keonjhar. Ma'am, Bhubaneswar, Katak urban complex, BCUC has emerged as an epic center of economic development. Bhubaneswar, on its way to ace in providing finest public facilities, strives in many aspects to be a top ranker in the smart city category. The urbanization of the region is growing exponentially, and to address the rising demand for smart transport services, it is proposed to introduce Mass Rapid Transit System, MRTS, in the Twin City area. The Ministry of Railways is requested to undertake necessary elementary activities in due consultation with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Hence, the Ministry of Railways is requested to allocate ample funds in the ensuing budget for this project, which would not only augment the public transport system, but also set a milestone. On the other hand, the state government is keen to make considerable contribution in materializing such projects for greater benefit of the urban commuters in the state. Ma'am, you would be surprised to know, ma'am, that in Odisha, railway stations, except Bhubaneswar, no other railway station has facilities for Divyang-friendly brothers and sisters and family members, especially like escalators, lifts and any others. So it's a request to the ministry through you to kindly look into this matter, not only in Odisha but in the entire nation. Every railway station must have the facilities for Divyang people. It's really important. Ma'am, lack of arterial networks to connect other regions of Odisha to major cities including Delhi. Barampur has only one train from Delhi taking more than 30 hours, sir. Taking more than 30 hours, only one train to Barampur from Delhi, sir. And an approximate 16 number of stations have dormitories in Odisha. No other stations have dormitories. No other stations except 16, sir. Odisha has a significant area under tribal population. Land acquisition without attractive rehabilitation schemes pose difficulty for the state. The center can provide incentivized rehabilitation to help the state in its land acquisition process. Ma'am, finishing. Cuttack train accident, ma'am. Recently we had a very severe train accident in Cuttack, which is my hometown. Ma'am, a train got derailed, and almost 8 bogies were derailed, and there were some lot of injuries, few casualties, I believe, if I am not wrong. Ma'am, there are 2 kinds of bogies. Ma'am, it's very important for the whole nation to know this. Maybe everyone here is aware of it, but I want to speak, let the nation know about this. Ma'am, there are 2 kinds of bogies. One is ICF and the other is LHB. ICF coaches is a conventional railway bogie used on the majority of Indian Railway mainline passenger coaches. The design of the bogie was developed by ICF, Parambur, Chennai, India. The ICF design refers to the conventional design of coaches seen across trains in India. And the LHB coaches are the passenger compartments of Indian Railways that have been developed by Linke Hoffmann, Bosch of Germany. The coaches are designed for an operating speed of up to 160 km per hour and go up to 200 km per hour. However, they have been tested up to only 180 kilometers. Ma'am, this LHB coach, if this is used in almost all trains, then the number of accidents, number of injuries, number of casualties will really come down. Because वो ज़्यादा strong होती है और जब derail होती है train, तो एक के पीछे एक बोगी जाके टकरा कर compress नहीं हो जाती है. So it should be considered. And ma'am, as a diabetic, I am diabetic since ma'am 21 years. I am diabetic. I'm on insulin since 21 years, ma'am. I request the Railway Ministry to have diabetes special food in all railways. The people with diabetes are more fond of sweets, ma'am, and same with me. But we when are offered with sweets or chocolates in any train, we are unable to take it. So kindly, for every diabetic person, and I am sure every people in India who are suffering from the same thing, it's not a disease, but it's a deficiency. But everyone will bless you and love you if you really provide this. So thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me so much time and opportunity to speak.